Right, Doctor WHeasel, Advick. Sergeant Bennett's been on the RT, and it looks like his advanced team has got the situation well in hand. Cordoned off the incursion and restrained any affected locals.
Neat. Now, reading these notes on this Cleethorpes place, Brigade Leader, it doesn't sound like the sort of gaff that anything alien, or even Terran, would bother invading.
Ah, that's where you're wrong, Doctor. Aside from being a cracking seaside holiday destination, the Cleethorpes area is one of the biggest import areas for North Sea fish. The country marches on his stomach, don't you know?
My heavens! Imagine, Doctor WHeasel, if someone cut off the British from their supply of fish! Why, they'd leave them with only chips to go with their mushy peas.
I'm sure it would be a national crisis of unimaginable scale.
Exactly, Doctor. So you can understand why entities being mobilised by the PM can't have Johnny Star Vampire, or whatever, imperiling a vital national food supply.
I'm certainly not worried about breaking that fourth law of time now. Right, these flashing lights then. I'm assuming you've already ruled out marsh gas, weather balloons, or some kid with a piece of tin foil.
Doctor, entity might not be regular military, but please credit us with some intelligence.
I much felt the military intelligence was somewhat of an oxymoron. Or in your case, Archway Badger, less of the oxy.
Doctor, remember that Brigade Leader and Entity are some of the very few members of the military on Earth, and for all I know the entire universe, who actually like and respect you. Perhaps best not to antagonise them?
Thank you, Advick. I knew I could count on you to bring some maturity to this incident. Now, listen up, chaps. As you're both going to be working for Entity on this case, I've got you some official papers, identity cards, canteen chits, and a pair of billets on our on-site camp.
Army rations? At least there'll be lashings of tea.
I had Benetton see that the naffy was the first thing that was set up, Advick. Oh, and, Doctor, Entity's mobile laboratory's already there, so you will have full access to the best technology that Britain has to offer.
The best British 1970s technology. I'm quite sure space hoppers and transistor radios will prove invaluable. I'm beginning to regret trying to keep this incident low profile.
Remember, Doctor, the less we use of any of your hyper-advanced time weasel technology, the lower the risk of irrevocably disrupting the timelines.
True, although my poor little weasel rear is so bruised from riding in this truck. I wish we'd at least made this jaunt in the Wheasel. If only so I could actually sit down again in this incarnation.
Mysterious lights over a North Lincolnshire seaside port are driving the locals wild. Luckily, the Earth's best and only defense against alien invasions, Entity, is on hand. Unfortunately, they've also roped in their erstwhile scientific advisor, Doctor WHeasel, and his beaker cleaner, Advick Goose. Can the East Coast survive any of these unexpected visitors in Doctor WHeasel and the Spectres of Cleethorpes, Part 2?
I'll say one thing, the air's really bracing. So fresh.
Fresh? It's positively freezing my feathers off. Oh.
I assume you'll want to give the incident size a once-over first, Doctor. Ah, good, here's Benetton. Sergeant, what's the current sit-rep?
Sir, as far as we can tell, it's not the pastry men of Pluto having another crack at us.
Yes, that was quite the pickle back in 75. Soon showed them what's what, though. Eh, Benetton?
Pastrymen of Pluto?
Yeah, Doc. They were right pain in the, proverbial. Bakers up and down the land were at breaking point afterwards. Almost as bad as those sentient profiteroles down at the Savoy last August.
Indeed, Sergeant. Left quite a nasty taste in more than one customer's mouth, as I recall. Still, Entity mopped them up in the end.
Sentient profiteroles? Doctor, do you ever get the feeling we've missed out on important events?
Possibly, but I won't swear to it. We've faced cybernetic apes, cosmic entities, and undead giant chickens. All entities had are problems with pastry that's gotten ideas above its station.
I can assure you, Doctor, these were all creditable extraterrestrial threats. Threats which, moreover, Entity had to handle without access to our scientific advisor.
Okay, I'll give my direct line for next time.
Ah, capital, that's more like it. Very well, carry on, Sergeant.
Yes, sir. We've not actually entered the amusement arcade at the centre of the incident. Seems fitting to wait for the doc. But eyewitness has told us that there's this big swirling ball of light right next to the bingo stand in there.
My, that does sound unusual. Any casualties?
Thankfully, those people the light drove loopy attacked a couple of dozen bystanders, but nothing beyond bites, scratches and the odd broken rib to report.
What about the poor affected souls themselves? Where are they?
Over there, Advick. Had to chain them up as they kept trying to attack each other.
Oh, no physical changes. Other than their sudden violence. No, wait! Look in their eyes, Advick.
They're all glowing and swirling. It's almost mesmerizing. Oh, my head is starting to hurt a little. And, Doctor, I feel like I'm falling down a long floor. Oh, my stars!
Advick? Advick? Oh, I am a silly time weasel. Brigade Leader, Sergeant, you'll need to give strict instructions to all entity personnel. On no account should anyone look too closely into the eyes of the affected people.
I agree, Doctor. Sergeant, pass that order along to the men, on the double.
Yes, sir. Roger, Wilco.
Should I get the MO over here to take a look at Advick? Or do we need to chain him up with the rest of these Johnnies in case he gets violent too?
No risk of that. Mildest individual I ever met, so long as you keep him topped up with tea. I think the goose is only a little disoriented after his mind brushed against a fragment of whatever's inside that arcade.
Oh, thank God. I thought we were on the edge of an epidemic here. Who knows how many of my men have already looked into their eyes?
Well, assuming no one else has passed out, I'm betting there's a long list of soldiers with sinus headaches from mild exposure. Advick was unlucky enough to look deeply into their eyes and, well, you can see the impact it's had on him.
Well, I'm assuming your much-vaunted time weasel constitution protected you, Doctor. Oh, handy to have in a crisis, I imagine.
Quite. Now, as the goose seems not to be in any imminent danger, let's go take a look at this glowing ball.
Right, Doctor. I'm going to stand watch out here. I assume I'm not going to be much use in there, what with that thing's mind-melting powers.
Thing? Oh, why must the military mind categorize anything that experience can't comprehend as a thing? Quite right, Brigade Leader.
Take this RT in with you, Doctor WHeasel. If the worst comes to the worst, my men and I can come in and...
Blundering blindly with their eyes shut and shooting in all directions?
If it comes to that, for the defence of the realm, yes. But I was rather thinking, in case you needed extracting in a hurry.
Okay, Briggy, if it keeps you happy, I'll keep a channel open. But if you do come in, do try and avoid getting turned into a ravingly violent space zombie. I'm walking across the main floor of the arcade, and... oh! It's unpleasantly sticky with candy floss and spilled pop. I can see some flickering light coming out the back room, but, no ill effects so far.
Set leader to Whiskered Wonder. You're supposed to say over when you finish speaking. Over.
What? You never want to turn the channel over, or to go over there, or have some friends over? Over.
Doctor, please take this seriously. The nation's fishing industry is at stake. Over.
Right. Over. Honestly, I'll be expecting me to flip and salute him next. I'm advancing into the back room now. I'll keep this channel open, even when I overtly say over. Over. Oh, I can see it now. Benetton's informants were right. It's a multicoloured shaft of swirling light. There's rainbows and sparkling bits around the edges. Oh, unicorns, though. And it almost looks like I can see buildings or something through the middle. Yes. Hello there. My name's Doctor WHeasel. I come in peace. Unless you're a highly belligerent and powerful entity, in which case I surrender this world immediately and unconditionally.
Doctor, you don't have that authority. Tell it I've got 30 good men surrounding the place, but we'll be willing to give it passage to some neutral port. Over.
Actually, Brigade Leader, I don't think there's any need for that. This isn't registering as an intelligence. Unless I miss my guess, I think it's a spatial rift? A doorway to a higher dimension, maybe. I need more equipment, so I'm coming back out now. Over.
Very well, Doctor WHeasel. We'll get the Entity Mobile Lab up and running pronto. Over.
Thanks, Briggy. Over and out. opens a doorway to a nowhere destination like the late 1970s Lincolnshire. Something craving a terrible holiday experience, maybe. Oh! Hello? Are you with Entity? The brigade leader's going to be hopping mad you came in here, although you don't look much like a soldier. Oh, I wouldn't bother. I'm not even sure that dimensional rift's in phase with your weaponry. Ah!
Why would anyone create a dimensional doorway in Cleethorpes? Are they coming for the bracing air and heavily fried foods, or is there a more malign intent? Will Advick recover from his light mind scrambling and... oh, I don't know. Will Doctor WHeasel even live to see another novelty rock emporium? Discover the shocking revelations in Doctor WHeasel and the Spectres of Cleethorpes, Part 3.
Doctor WHeasel's a Weasel Teleorder Enterprises production featuring Randolph Weasel as Dr. WHeasel, Covington Goose, Advick Goose, John Gathercole as the brigade leader, and Elliot Stewart as Sergeant Benetton.